What's up guys, and welcome to the second episode of my EA FC 25 career mode, returning today on the back of the loss to Liverpool on the season opener and beginning our youth scouting as well today. Lots to get through as we return. More games in the Premier League where we'll look for our first win of the season, or at least point on the board. We'll have the Carabao Cup second round away at Fulham Park against Portsmouth, and we'll play for the remainder of the summer window. And with just over 30 mil in the budget on the back of the 3-0 drubbing to Liverpool on the opening day. Yeah, I think we've got to make a signing. So we knew heading into this season it was going to be a very big challenge for us. Ipswich Town's team, obviously quite a few additions to it. And I like, again, what they've done for this season, bringing in younger players. You know, Jacob Greaves from Hull, Ben Johnson from West Ham, Muric from Burnley, Liam Delap, Amari Hutchinson, Jack Clark, Dyer O'Shea's arrived. You can tell what Ipswich's model is for this season. It's basically, look, we're probably going to go down. We might stay up, we're probably going to go down. So with that being the case, let's just make sure we build something for the long term. If we stay up, fantastic, that's a bonus. But if we go down, don't worry too much, because we ain't got superstars on big contracts. We've got young players we can hold on to and develop a core with. So that's what I'll be doing as well in the final 10 days of the window. We've got the money to bring in a possible big name on a big contract, but I'm not going to do that, man. I'm looking for young players that we can keep for the long term. So whether we go down or not, they'll still be remaining as part of the furniture here at Portman Road for the foreseeable future. Anyway, first game today, let's crack straight into it. Man City away at the Etihad Stadium, where Haaland, of course, scored a hat-trick on match day 2. That was great for me. It was triple captain in my fantasy team, but today hopefully we'll keep him quiet and try and put off a shock result here and a point away at the Etihad Stadium. Let's see if we can get our first point on the board. Come on, you tractor boys. Ipswich lost their first 2 games of the season, but again, you know, tough opening day at home to Liverpool, and then the champions away, Man City, as Muric, who of course was a Man City youngster, makes a great save there. It's a tough beginning, but on the back of that, they got 2 consecutive draws in their first 2 points, so that's what I'll be thinking right now. It's like, if we do lose this game, I'm not going to get critical. I'm not going to get too over-analytical. If we lose, being beaten by better teams, simple as that. There'll be easier fixtures to come. But I don't want to lose badly in our first 2. Back-to-back defeats and starting off with like a goal difference of -10 or something. You've heard of putting your best foot forward first. That's not putting a foot forward, that's putting a toe forward at best. I'll certainly be keeping the sliders untouched as well on 50 and staying on ultimate too, because whilst it's a very tough beginning for me, as Erling Haaland rolls it across the Foden, everyone thinking he was going to pull the trigger, and instead finds Phil for his brace. I want the challenge, man. I really, really want the challenge of trying to keep this Ipswich Town team in the league. But such a tough start. Maybe it's even more challenging than I already thought it was going to be. 2-0 down early and already 21 minutes in. I'm thinking damage limitation tactics. Is that the way forward? Because right now we are getting nothing. As Liam Delap, to be fair. Oh, of course! Who else was it going to be against but Man City? No surprise. First goal for Ipswich Town. First goal for Ipswich Town. 2-1. Joint second most expensive signing in club history. All of their most expensive signings came within this window for Ipswich, as Foden's on for a 38-minute hat-trick to make it 3. And going forward, we might have scored our first goal through Delap, who's got one this season in real life as well against Fulham. But at the back, we are really struggling, man. 3 goals conceded on the opening day. 3 goals conceded in the first half here. Foden with a hat-trick. Okay, going forward, I think we'll score some goals this season. Defensively, we've got major problems. That was me saying, we don't need to worry about bringing in new defenders, man. We'll be all right. No. It's Haaland finds Foden, who's got 4. My goodness. And our back 4 is looking like a back 0. Phil, is he going to the mascot? Look at that. That's class. New celebration for FC25. I'm loving that. You've seen the crowd get involved. Now the mascot's getting on the act. You know you've been embarrassed when even the mascot's flexing on you. 4-1. Foden through the gap. De Bruyne. Oh my goodness gracious me. It is 5. 5-1. They're doing it again. Same celebration with the mascot. This is embarrassing, man. This is awful. I always think when it's so early on into the season, you can't read too much into the first results, good or bad. But you can extract a little bit of information. And one thing I've learned from our first 2 games is this. We're in trouble. We are in trouble already, man. An aggregate scoreline of 9-1 in our first 2 games on the back of that 5-1 thrashing at the Etihad Stadium. Chairman, open the checkbook because we got to make some signings, no doubt about it. Just before that though, we will play our second game today because this should be our first win of the season. Carabao Cup, we said we're not fussed about it, fielding a backup side, but really, when you're waiting for your first win of the season, you want to get it as soon as possible. Let's see if we can do it here against the second division Portsmouth away at Fram Park. Come on, Ipswich. To be fair, with the backup side out there, the quality of two teams is actually pretty evenly matched, so this is still not exactly going to be a formality. We'll get our first win here, but we really need it, honestly, man. Like, when you're waiting for that first, you want to get it early. You want to get it as soon as possible, man. Really release some pressure. The longer you wait for your first win of the season, the more you start to worry, is it ever going to come? Am I ever going to get it? There's Ogbene finds Taylor. Looking for that first chance of the game here. Oh, what a ball. Connor Chaplin denied. And push behind for a corner. Yeah, we got to get that win. It might be a cup game. It might not be a priority for us. We got to get that first win on the board, man. Good start. Oh, it's Wolfenden heads just wide. Oh, no, no, no. Murphy for the win. Oh, he's just juked me out. Oh, I don't believe it. Bishop with the final kick of the game wins it. Cup set of Fram Park. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Granted, we've got a weakened side out there, but... man, we are in trouble, man. I knew this was going to be a challenge. I did not realise it was going to be this much of one. Dumped out of the Carabao Cup in the first round we enter by a second division side as well. Ipswich Town, early doors, are looking in a big, big heap of trouble. Okay. It's not a great start, is it? Why is it me at so many of these games? Colchester, Charlton. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I've got to make a signing. I've got to make a signing. We've got the money, but again, I don't want to just bring someone in like for the sake of it on a big contract, and they'll be stuck on a big contract in the second division if we are to go down long term. We're thinking long term, but you got to think long term in a situation like this, because the short term's disastrous. So as you would have seen, I've got my scout out looking right now for the young talents. And to be fair, he's found me quite a few. Those in the second and the third tier, that's where I'm mostly looking at right now. In terms of defenders, not much quality, but again, players that we could possibly keep here if we were to go down, which is the most important thing. I'm quite keen on Bali Mumba, I must say, man. I mean, he signed for Norwich. And spent a few years there, but he never really played. He had a successive amount of loan spells, then signed for Plymouth. Plymouth, obviously now under Wayne Rooney. I would say this would be a step up, and granted, it may not have worked out at Carrow Road, but I might say to Barley, listen here, with the other East Anglian side, you got a future. You got a long-term future. We ain't going to loan you out. We're going to start you. 22 years old, so very young. Left back, but right-footed with a 5-star weak foot as well. Love the versatility. And again, playing in the second tier right now, this would be a step up for him as well. I'm going to ask if they do want Cameron Burge as well. He's out of contract come the end of the season. I said I'm happy to let 2 players go max, and this would bring down the transfer fee as well. So we could do a 1.4 mil plus Burgess. That meets the valuation combined. And they said they don't want Cameron, but they'll take it. Take 3.45 mil, but a big sell-on clause. I'm going to say no. I still don't want to include a sell-on clause because this guy will grow. He would have potential. Oh, goodness, but that... my God, even the transfers are difficult. Okay, all right. He's a good young player, to be fair. And again, he will have some potential, no doubt about it. I'm probably thinking mid to high 70s, possibly 80 at a stretch. So I'll say, okay, 4 million. Somewhere in the middle, I would say. And they are sticking to their guns. Oh my goodness gracious me. And we've got the cash, don't get me wrong, but it's still technically overspent. Oh, come on, meet somewhere in the middle. 4.4 mil, 4.4 mil, and they say, yeah, 4.4 mil for Mumba. Yep, the Ipswich Town model for this season is something I'll be continuing with as well. Looking to bring in young talents that may not be the finished article just yet, but will stay with us until they become one, whether we drop to the second tier or stay in the Premier League. And that's our first signing, fitting that mould perfectly. A few years at Norwich, but barely played, kept getting loaned out before joining Plymouth, but now he's off to the other East Anglian side here at Portman Road. Welcome to Ipswich Town, Barley Mumba. So yeah, left back with a right foot, 5-star weak foot, and I'd say going forward, really, he's probably better than he is defensively as well. He's absolutely rapid, which is really important for our play style, playing with pace on the wings, and his stamina is not that bad as well. I'm not sure if I will change him to a winger and convert his position, But to begin with, we do want to try and get those defensive stats up, particularly that low strength as well. So let's put him on a... Is there a defensive wing back? There's not. Where's left back? Is there a defensive wing back? There's not. You've got left back, full back, and that will improve the strength as well, to be fair. So let's get that strength up and beef him up a little bit. And I'll give him his debut in our following game as well, where we really need a point. And to be fair, this is the game where Ipswich did get their first Premier League point this season, a 1-1 draw at home against Fulham, and I'll certainly take that to stop the rot after 3 straight losses in all competitions. Fulham in East Anglia, as we really need to get our first Premier League point on the board. Let's do what we did in real life and get one here. Come on the tractor, boys. Sam to Ben Johnson. Got him starting at DM in this game here, with Amari Hutchinson given space down the left-hand side. Man in the middle. Can I pick him out? Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, but the finish wayward. Nice build-up. Just couldn't finish. No. Oh, Muric, well saved, mate. Flying to his right as we're still deadlocked at 0-0. Man, oh man, every time the AI crosses the halfway line, I'm thinking, oh, there's a goal coming here. There's a goal coming here, man. Struggling to get out here. Still deadlocked. There's Andreas Pereira. Shoots and puts it straight at Muric. Still tied. I'll take a 0-0, no doubt. First clean sheet and first point, I'll have this. Problem is, I don't want to lose the game by chasing it, man. Fulham, as we know, have got some pace. Not many quicker players than this man. Adama Traore, Vinicius holds up. Andreas Pereira looks for space. We know he can shoot. We know he can shoot. Denied by Muric. Still 0-0. Get it away, get it away, get it away. Yep, there we go, there we go, there we go. And there is our new lad Mumba, who again we know has got ridiculous pace. Oh, someone come with me. Someone, where are the blue shirts? I need some teammates here. Come on, look at the ground we've made. Ben. There we go. Jack! Cook! Someone, oh, for fudge, put out a play. 15 to go. Come on, Johnson, Hutchinson, Leaf. Got a man in the middle there. And there's the captain. Morsey. Shoot! Oh, it's the post. What a goal that would have been from the skipper. 11 to go. Can we find a winner? We're going for it. Going for it, but we need a finish. Amari. Clean to Leaf. Morsey again. Some Morsey again. Liam Delap. Second time. Yes! Come on! Liam Delap wins it with 4 to play. Come on, Ipswich Town have surely got their first Premier League win, and it's Delap's second in 2 games. It is as scrappy as a game winner as you are going to see. Delap with the fresh air swipe and then belts it in at his second attempt. But this was our 3rd attempt at a Premier League win, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got it. Jack Clark bullied off the ball, but it ain't going to matter. Come on! First win of the season. We won't get many more than that, but that is huge, man. You never want to wait too long for your first. We've just got it. 3 points on the board. Delap with the late winner. Absolutely massive dub early doors. So deadline day is here. Not going to get too full of myself on the back of our only win of the season so far. And I did say for the season, like, I didn't want to gut this Ipswich team out and, you know, make a totally new team for the very first season. It's, you know, we want to keep it quite realistic. So the team you'll see in real life is kind of similar to the team that we will have, if not mostly. So with that being the case, I think what I'm going to do is keep the money in the budget and let it carry over until January. And then when January comes around, if we're in a lot of trouble, which we may well be, then we'll look to invest there. So unless a deal becomes available, unless a big bid comes in for one of our players, I think we need to get through deadline day really, really quickly. Yeah, I mean, we've got a bid here for Liam Delap, but of course he's going nowhere on the back of the game winner, especially not to Athletic Bilbao, who of course aren't eligible to sign him anyway due to their policy with only signing and playing Basque players. But yeah, I'm okay with the team again for the most part, man. It's such a young team. That's what you got to remember. It's such a young team, man. So with that being the case, it's like a team's going to get better during the course of the season. It's going to grow as a unit, and that was the plan anyway. So yeah, I'm okay with the team. I'm all right with it. It's not got much quality right now, but it will get better over time. Oh man, I'm still absolutely buzzing off of that, man. So deadline day is going to come to an end. We've made our signing for the summer. We might make one in January, but for now, we leave things as they are. As you see, the top deals, Militao going to Bayer Leverkusen for 61.5 mil. Ibrahim Konate leaves Liverpool to join Juve for 44.7, and Alphonso Davies joins Manchester United for £42 million, joining Mazraoui and Delap. Deadline day over, and now let's see what else we got in terms of youth scouting, because it's the first of the month. Let's see our latest batch. Yep, here we go. Oh, I tell you, this young lad, 85, 94 potential. He's looking good early doors. I mean, he's only 13, so again, he's got a long way to go. He's looking good early doors. So yeah, from England and Canada, here we go. Latest batch of scouting. Whoa, there could be someone very good at the bottom there. Let's have a look. That's Ronnie Brooks. Where's the potential? Oh, there it is. Parkin's not going to make it. Neither is Jensen Andrews. I wonder why the players from England are so young, yet from Tanzania, they're, old enough to get scholarships. Well, this guy could, but the potential is shocking. A real tease there. Overall's good, but potential's basically the same. Not going to make it. Barner could still be all right. We'll continue scouting for now. And from Canada, as we look for the next Craig Forrest, so far doesn't look as though we found anyone just yet. You got to remember, for new viewers and for those that haven't played career mode before, basically potential ranges tend to, not always, but tend to decrease over time. So you might see a player with decent potential and you might wonder why I'm not picking them up. Well, after a few months time, they often do have a little downgrade. Unfortunately, no one making the cut. Isaac Lewis, that's his second month, could still be alright, to be fair. It's just the overall so poor. I think we'll continue scouting just for now. And there we go. Got the next one from Tanzania as well. I'll be honest, this is... Oh, no, not again. This is an interesting one with the country because we're getting players with solid overalls, yet the potentials are really poor. It's like every player seems to have a good overall, but the potential is basically the exact same as their current overall. Samuel Hassan could be alright. Every player is going to be named Hassan, isn't it? Oh, this is a problem, man. EA, this is a problem. Listen, I applaud you for adding so many more nations. That's fantastic, but... Not every player should have the same surname, man. Every player we pick up is going to be from the same family of Hassans. Right, let's do one or two more. Following game, Brighton away. They got a really credible goalless draw, Ipswich, in their game against Brighton in real life, against what is now the youngest manager in the Premier League. And it's always a damning moment when that youngest manager in the division you're managing in is actually younger than you. Really? Yeah, I'm starting to get old a little bit. Even so, I won't mind one bit if we can get back-to-back wins. Let's see if we can. Come on, Ipswich Town. Yeah, a bit of a throwback, but do you remember when... I don't think you did it in career mode, but in Football Manager you definitely do. You put your manager's age in, and it automatically would put you to realistically the youngest age you could be if you were under that. Let's say you're 17 playing the game. You put your date of birth in, and it automatically puts you at like 26 years old or something. It's a humbling moment when the game doesn't do that anymore, and it just takes your real age, you know what I mean? Even more humbling when you see a manager that's younger than you in the top flight in real life. Fabian, born in 93, I was 92. My dreams of managing in the top division in real life have definitely long gone. Well, I must say, that was an awful game. But to be fair, just like in real life, getting the same result, goalless draw away at the Amex, and I'll take it. It's back-to-back clean sheets. Yes, okay, only one win in our last 4 games, but we stopped the rot and then some, no doubt about that. And when you are really going through it, you'll take these sort of results and call them good ones. Perspective, man. After our diabolical start, that's 2 good clean sheets on the trot there. I'll have that. One of my favourite sayings in football is that wins are good, losses are bad, but draws are subjective. They are open to interpretation. And in that case there, I'll take that. That's a good point on the road, and really any point away from home this season will be celebrated. Not necessarily like a win, but it will certainly feel good to know we've avoided defeat. And I'll take it again if we can get one here. Our final game today, Southampton away at St Mary's on the South Coast. The same fixture we see in real life this afternoon as well. And once again, I'll take a point and 3 straight clean sheets on the row. On the back, getting battered 5-1 away at the Etihad. I'll take that. Let's see if we can get it. Come on, Ipswich Town. Yeah, you got to know where you are. Like, you got to know where you are. We are not a 5-star Ipswich team trying to win the Premier League title. We are the weakest side in the league, just trying to stay up, mate. That's all we're trying to do, honestly. 17th place, surviving on goal difference. I'll take it every day of the week. And that's the thing, man. So when we get a point, and again, especially away from home, we got to take it. We got to take it and be satisfied with it, regardless of who it's against. This has been an okay little run here. I say run, 2 games in a row, but even so, it's improvement. And you got to celebrate any sort of improvement you get. Yeah, I mean, really, at the moment, all we're missing is like a final ball, because defensively, we've really picked it up. I mean, really improved, and you got to give props to that. Much better than our first 2 games, but passing, keep holding the ball, that's fine as well. Retaining possession's fine. We're not giving the ball away a lot either. The problem is we just can't play that final killer ball through to Delap. If I can get him to serves and get him through, I'll bank him to score most of our chances, but it's just playing that final ball. It's all well and good just keeping hold of the ball here, but it's getting someone through that we're struggling with. Ben Johnson! Straight at the keeper. It's not exactly been a dream return to Premier League football for Ipswich, but when you are up against it, you've just got to celebrate the small wins. And whilst we haven't had that many official Premier League wins, we've only won in our first 5 games. Bigger picture, man. 3 straight clean sheets. 5 points taken for a possible 9. And 3 games without defeat as well. It's certainly been a lot better than it was possibly going to be on the back of back-to-back losses in the league. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode with more big games in the Premier League, looking for more Premier League points and hopefully another Premier League win as well, as you're going to get away from that bottom 3 very soon.